That's why he's always wrong. Zach had to tell him he was wrong the other night.
Like that. Worldwide, takeover, Times Square, takeover, the takeover, New York takeover. Man, you just put anything with takeover.
Hey man, we're doing great. Getting ready for this fight on May 2nd, and I can't wait, man. It's been a long time due, and we're gonna show up and show the world what we made of.
Yeah, this is my favorite type of workout. Part of training.
Why is that?
Fundamentals. Bring back the basics. Basics are everything. Alignment with the feet and the hands. Position.
Inside their training camps, time began to fade as Shakur Stevenson and Teofimo Lopez pushed through grueling sparring sessions, relentless road work, and endless repetition. Each day forging them closer to fight night.
Razor blades in them goddamn gloves. We gonna be switching on his ass. Woo! It's gonna be ugly.
I think he's gonna go in and be patient and handle his business. I mean, compared to Shakur, I mean, he's just a masterpiece at his work. So I feel like he's gonna go and pick him apart and take him down.
Long before the arena lights ever come alive on fight night, Shakur Stevenson and Teofimo Lopez are already locked into grind, living every day with boxing as the center of their world.
Yo, can I ask you something?
What?
You blame him?
Nah, hell no. That was smart. That was smart. I know what I'm gonna do next time though. I'm gonna punch it.
Especially that hook.
I got you. Look, when he start doing this, I'm gonna punch that shit like right here, his elbow.
And I got a family to take care of. They depend on me. And I'm gonna get to this bag and make sure it works.
For Shakur Stevenson, training camp starts in silence. Before the world wakes up, he's already in the ring, sparring and sharpening his craft, surrounded only by the sharp crack of gloves, the shuffle of feet on canvas, and his coach's voices breaking the quiet with precise corrections.
Joe, my happy place.
What is the up there on the hand?
It's a lot better. I'm able to punch. I'm able to whoop ass.
Does it change that being Floyd Schofield or the same vision?
Same vision. Actually, it makes it even better to be honest, because he been popping a lot of shit. So to put him in his place, I'm gonna love doing that.
Being a coach is, of course, like a coach's dream, you know. He's technically sound, you know. He's disciplined. He does everything right, you know. All you gotta do is talk gloves and give him water majority of the time.
See this shit I don't got, do this shit I gotta.
You don't gotta worry about skipping no steps, you know. He gonna follow everything, plus do a little more on his own time, you know. He make a coach job easy.
Wait. Right back with the hook.
Between rounds, Stevenson speaks very little, choosing instead to listen and absorb every detail before stepping back into the intensity. Reports suggest Terrence Crawford has been training alongside Shakur Stevenson ahead of the Teofimo Lopez fight, offering praise for Stevenson's elite skill and sharp instincts.
Working with Terrence Bud Crawford, definitely a hell of an experience. You get that type of knowledge, that type of IQ.
I look up to Bud a lot. Honestly, he one of the realest dudes that I done met. He's still a normal person in his head. Like, he don't believe that he's above everyone else. That's how I feel about myself.
You seen me around a lot. Don't act like you ain't seen me around them days. He said
Bud, come on. Terrence talking, I try not to talk back. I try to just listen and
straight, boom, straight shot. Like right here, boom, there you go. But you gotta make sure you step. Bam. That's when the motherfucker trying to run out. When the motherfucker trying to run, there you go.
Even if I don't feel the same way that he feeling at the moment, it don't matter. I still want to hear him out and try to understand what he's saying.
If you hear, only thing he can throw is a hook because you out the way of the right hand.
He like a sponge. He soak up everything that he need to soak up, put it into his arsenal, and then he make the best out of everything that he learned from everybody.
Then throw a straight left to the body.
At the end of the day, you don't want to feel like a know-it-all. And the people that know it all are the people that don't go very far. You gotta always be a student. You gotta always be able to learn and pick up things from this person, that person.
He's a work of art. The sky is the limit with Shakur. He got the boxing skills and the ability to, do whatever he wants in the ring. And it's gonna be very hard to beat Shakur with the skills that he possesses.
Wally Moses, who first welcomed Shakur Stevenson into the gym at just 5 years old, remembers a kid who begged to train and spar every single day, showing an undeniable love for boxing from the very beginning. Throughout the journey, Stevenson's family has stayed close, with his mother, siblings, and extended relatives supporting him, often filling the gym as he continues chasing greatness.
Boxing every day. I think when he got around 2 years old, he just sat up and just started punching right in front of the TV. And I was like, oh, you like that? I think pretty much everything else is history. You hear me tell tales about taking him into the gym at 5 years old, but when he went into the gym, he was ready to start training and learn how to fight. So he had been learning how to box long before 5 years old.
Across another gym, Teofimo Lopez's camp carries a completely different energy. Yet the grind is just as intense. Music fills the room as Lopez tears through explosive drills, blending speed, raw power, and controlled aggression with every movement.
Out to champion, Teofimo and Lopez in the building. You already know what's up. Your father, senior, right here in the building. Okay. Yo, what up, guys? Yeah, boxing. Hey, man, it's different. That's what I like. I like that it's different. And to even have like an indoor court at the same time. Come on, a little bit. Come on the court a little bit. Yeah, the playground. So every time I finish a fight, I go home with almost at least $1 million. But that's not enough with the living and everything that comes around.
Yeah.
Especially in today's era. Today, 10K back then was a lot. Now it's nothing. 10,000, well, we paying at least half that in rent or housing.
I'm standing in your way. My bad.
No, man. Bro, ain't somebody that has brought a major $1 billion company like I did.
Sparring days expose the true core of Lopez's camp. The rounds are brutal, high-paced, and fiercely competitive. Trainers push him to remain calm under fire, reacting on instinct when exchanges explode.
Yo, we're about to do some light work with Teofimo and Lopez, 10-time world champion. Just some light work, moving around. And left hook right here. Double down off that. What's up? That hook. 3 slip. Yeah. Right here. Add a right hand up there. Yeah. Right, left, right. 1, 2. Double jab right. Up. I got it. You need to get on your gloves.
Lopez's coach regularly explains that what truly separates him isn't simply structured drills or basic conditioning. It's the real fire he carries into every workout. Lopez has chosen to remain inside the gym constantly, working several sessions each day while pushing himself even when there is no upcoming bout scheduled. A mindset he adopted after rising as a 2-division world champion. That steady presence inside the gym has refined his speed, power, and boxing intelligence, and reveals a deep respect for the process itself, not merely for the final outcome. Observers notice how effortlessly he moves through drills and sparring, keeping his feet light, his rhythm smooth as he builds combinations and footwork, transforming demanding training into something nearly automatic. This passion not only sharpens his agility and balance, but also fuels a high-energy atmosphere that elevates everyone working beside him in camp.
So far, he's an entertaining cat. Like, everything is fun. It's a fun day every day, but it's serious when he's sparring. He gets down to nitty gritty, does his thing, just embarrasses a lot of the sparring partners. And again, I tell him, have fun in there. Like, just make boxing great again, make boxing fun again. Oh, there's a little one.
Man, I've been working my ass off so much.
His opponent is undefeated. He's a frigidity boxer. He jumps in, jumps out. But there's one thing we see that he don't do, and we'll tell you when we do it to him. I can't tell you now, but I'm gonna tell you later.
Take Over Sports, coming soon. Yeah, baby, all day.
Ahora tengo romance que viviste conmigo. Yo sé que no supe que sería de tu vida. Desde entonces no supe que algún día.
I wonder where.
Los amigos del pueblo te dejaron sin ti. Yo quisiera ser tu
Terrence Crawford offers heartfelt praise for Shakur Stevenson, speaking with brotherly support while highlighting his remarkable abilities. He notes that some may label Shakur boring, but those critics fail to recognize his true mastery and talent inside the ring. Terrence draws a comparison to Floyd Mayweather, who was once called boring yet went on to become a legend. In his view, Stevenson possesses a skill set on par with Mayweather's, combining precision, intelligence, and speed that establish him as an extraordinary fighter deserving of respect and admiration.
I got Shakur.
Are you saying that because that's your man and you don't like Tank?
No. Hey, like I said, I respect Tank. Boxing, he's one of the ones.
Yeah.
We're gonna take his personality and personal things out of it.
Mm-hmm.
Boxing, he's definitely talented.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And he's definitely got that it. And yeah, he's definitely respected in boxing. But Shakur is a different fighter. You know, Shakur is different. You know, people may call him boring. People may say he can't punch. But they say the same thing about Floyd. Because they defensive.
Teddy Atlas defends both Shakur Stevenson and Teofimo Lopez against the criticism that has trailed them throughout their careers. He explains that many were quick to claim they avoided tough opponents, suggesting padded records or a reluctance to face top competition. Atlas argues his view is outdated and unfair, as both fighters have repeatedly stepped into high-level matchups. He highlights that their skill, speed, and strategy make them dangerous opponents capable of handling elite challenges. Rather than avoiding risk, Stevenson and Lopez have consistently sought opportunities to test themselves, showing growth and adaptability. Atlas insists that the old narrative no longer fits, emphasizing that both boxers now deserve full recognition for their accomplishments and the challenges they embrace in the ring.
And Teofimo at certain spots, he's avoiding this guy, he's avoiding that guy. You can't take those shots at these two guys. Definitely can't now. They are stepping up and they are taking fights that a lot of people are probably surprised they took. Now, a lot of people will say style-wise, Teddy, style-wise, is this going to be a great fight? I don't know if it will. I mean, style-wise, I could see you having a little reservations, you know, whether or not these guys will make for dynamite, they will make, you know, for electricity. I don't know if they will, but I tell you what they will make for. Two skillful fighters, two talented fighters, you know, two fighters that are at a high skill level that will compete in the sweet science. I mean, Shakur showed aggression in his last fight against Cepeda, you know, being being elusive while being aggressive. You know, walking them down, fighting on the inside, you know, boxing well, still being able to counter, still being able to control space, but also be able to go into tight quarters and not be afraid to show that he's good on the inside too, that he can make you miss and make you pay outside and inside. Shakur showed that. That was great. That was great, and people applaud him. I applaud him. We were sitting there, ringside. I was sitting there actually with your sister, ringside, watching that fight. And it was a terrific performance. Shakur showing that dimension, showing that attitude, showing that competitiveness, showing that dog, like people like to show or like to talk about, and they wanted to see in Shakur.
On the Ariel Helwani show, Stevenson shared his view of Teofimo Lopez, making it clear that there has never been any personal conflict between them. Shakur has consistently respected Lopez as a fighter, admiring his speed, power, athleticism, and overall skill. He notes that Teofimo has maintained these qualities over time, making him a dangerous and respected opponent in the ring. While Lopez can be a polarizing figure in boxing, sometimes making comments that annoy others, Shakur says he does not take them personally. In fact, certain statements that have offended others can become extra motivation, pushing him to perform at his best. At the same time, Shakur sees Teofimo as a driven athlete genuinely striving for greatness. For Stevenson, this fight is more than a victory. It is a true test. It's a chance to measure his skills, discipline, and strategy against a highly capable, respected, and determined opponent.
I want to make it happen, so let me hit the guy up.
Honestly, I had been set it up with the higher power people. I kind of asked them, can we make the fight happen? But once it got closer to getting it done, I kind of reached out to Tio, and he was cool.
And obviously this is happening at 140. Why were you interested in that? Why the decision to move up from 135?
I'm not moving up to 140 pound division just yet. I'm actually a 35 pounder, but I moved up for this fight because I know that why would I bring him down? I would have to come up to his weight if I want to fight him. So it only made sense.
Was MSG always the spot that was discussed, or perhaps Prudential Center, Newark, or any other locations?
They asked me Las Vegas or New York, and I told
Amir Khan has recognized Shakur Stevenson as a highly skilled, technically gifted fighter who adds something vital to the sport. Even if his style doesn't always excite casual fans, Stevenson's precision, defense, and ring IQ make him exceptionally hard to hit and even harder to beat. The very essence of boxing. While Khan praises other fighters like Teofimo Lopez for their aggression and power, he equally respects Stevenson's elite abilities. He points out that fans often misread tactical defensive mastery as boring. At the top level, slipping punches, controlling distance, and outthinking an opponent are true marks of greatness. Stevenson steps into the ring with a reputation built on precision, strategy, and adaptability. His ability to control range, read opponents, and adjust mid-fight consistently makes him a dangerous adversary. Against Teofimo Lopez, these qualities will face a stern test, as Lopez brings raw power, speed, and relentless aggression, leaving fans and analysts eager to see how Stevenson will navigate the challenge.
The criticism that Shakur gets, like people say that he's
boring and all that.
he's not entertaining.
I mean, look, he's like an Andre Ward style. Andre Ward wasn't really that entertaining, but got the win. I mean, that's what boxing is all about. So I used to love watching Andre Ward fight because it was so punch perfect. I watched his footwork, how he moved to the right, to the left, and I trained with him as well, with Virgil. And I used to watch how he trained and how he fought, and I thought how he puts his hands there and uses it as a defense, and then pulls your hands down and catches you over the top, and them little things. So this is a fight that people get, because you got two different styles. You've got an offensive, defensive in Lopez, and you've got
Lamont Roach, who has followed Stevenson closely, emphasizes that this fight isn't just a chaotic brawl, but a battle defined by control, precision, and calculated execution. A victory over Teofimo Lopez would not only add another world title to Stevenson's resume, but also strengthen his credibility and negotiating power for a future matchup with Gervonta Tank Davis. Many fans and insiders agree. Only by defeating a high-profile opponent like Teofimo can Stevenson truly position himself as a top contender worthy of the long-discussed fight with Davis. About that fans have eagerly anticipated for years.
Okay, cool. But and doing that, and so I was always going to fight this year. He knew that too. I was always going to fight this year. It was going to be either like a tune-up or something before I fought him, if we were to get that together.
So who do you think wins that fight between him and Teofimo Lopez if they fight?
If they fight, I think Shakur wins. I think Shakur wins. And I don't think it's going to be like a super tough fight either. I think he just, you know, his IQ will frustrate him. And
wow. Don't you think Teo has also good ring IQ and also is slick, fast?
I think so, but when you look at Teo's performances against guys that are just pure boxers.
After watching both fighters in camp, who do you think will have the upper hand when fight night arrives? Share your predictions and thoughts in the comments below.